The dust has barely settled after Thursday night's madness. A huge victory. A very, very, very big victory led by a defiant Chelsea squad. Something we haven't seen in a while. In past months, even past seasons, if it had gotten that late, we would never have seen such a fight back put on display. Even in recent weeks, heads would have dropped, defeat would have been accepted, but the boys fought to the very end despite letting a 2-0 lead slip earlier on in the game. It was the very essence of overcoming adversity on display for all to see. The world saw that this Chelsea side can fight. They saw that this Chelsea side have desire, it has determination, it has the ability to adapt and overcome. And with a result as massive as the one we just saw, the pressure in turn increases. It does. It's just a simple fact. We have to show that we have gained experience from this game, from this result. We have to take it forward into the games against Sheffield United, into Everton and into Manchester City, so on and so forth. Bizarrely, we sit just 5 points off of 6th place with a game in hand over Manchester United. So a win here against Sheffield United is as imperative as it gets in the way of pursuing European football for the next season. Something that I had discounted long ago from ever being a possibility. But now, especially with Manchester United playing Liverpool next, it adds even more pressure on us to perform, as we could leapfrog Manchester United into 6th place with a win against Everton on Monday, should we beat Sheffield United, and then Everton on Monday, Man United lose their game in our game in hand, or when we level it up. We would overtake them into 6th place. But before then, as I said, Sheffield United for the Blades. They are the first top flight team to concede 80 goals in their first 30 matches in a season since Ipswich Town shipped 81 in the 63-64 season. It gets even better. They have conceded 45 goals in 15 Premier League home games this season. Only Watford in 21-22 have shipped more at this stage with 46. The Blades have made a league high 9 errors leading to an opposition goal this season, 6 of them by goalkeepers, 5 from Wes Fotheringham and 1 for Ivo Gribic. Since Chris Wilder returned to Sheffield United in December, the Blades have conceded 26 goals in 8 home Premier League games, an average of 3.3 per match. It's the worst conceded or goals conceded ratio on home soil by a permanent manager in a single Premier League season ever. And so these statistics only adds pressure for the boys to show that they are evolving, move past the Burnley result. Look at what we did against Manchester United to take that momentum. We cannot lose to this Sheffield United side should we want to ever have any sort of idea or hopes or dreams of moving into a European spot. For Chelsea, the Blues are the first top flight side to score the first team in the top flight to both score and concede at least 2 goals in 6 consecutive matches in all competitions since the Blues themselves in November and December of 1989. The Blues have not kept a clean sheet in any of our last 11 Premier League away matches. Our worst run, on the road since a 12-match sequence between December of 2019 and September of 2020. We have conceded 50 league goals this season, more than any in the entirety of 23-24 season. So last season, we have now surpassed our entire goals conceded of last season. This will be Mauricio Pochettino's first ever Premier League visit to Bramall Lane. The Argentine has won all 5 of his top flight games in Yorkshire to date, 3 versus Hull and 2 against Huddersfield. Cole Palmer, the man of the minute, the man of the moment and maybe the man of the season. Cole Palmer has been involved in 24 Premier League goals for Chelsea this season, scoring 16 and assisting in 8, as we know. Only Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, with 32 in 2000 to 2001 season, has been involved in more in their debut campaign for the Blues. Team news: Ben Chilwell will be assessed for illness. Carney Chukwuemeka and Trevor Chalobah return to action in Thursday's win against Manchester United, as we know, while Robert Sanchez has resumed training this week. Nicholas Jackson and Moises Caicedo are both a yellow card away from a 2-match ban. And realistically, before we go into the predictions for this game, I just... away from the script... I can't stress enough. And I know this is putting pressure, but I mean, they're not going to see this, are they? I'm just saying from our perspective, I just hope, I just pray that as I was saying at the end of the stream after the game on Thursday against Man United, I was saying so much about they needed something. They needed something. We don't get results like this very often, especially against top 6 teams. I think this is the first win against a top side club other than Tottenham, where we've come away with all 3 points in the last 2 seasons. And so to win it in the fashion that we've done, especially after a game that we played in a performance that we did against Burnley, to go off at the back of that, to go and do what we did, and yes, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. I'm not trying to avoid an elephant in the room. Not the elephant, but there is an elephant in the room. There's several. There are several. We were 2-0 down. 2-0 up, and went on to go 3-2 down. Yes, we turned it around, but Pochettino was making strange substitutions, still bringing Gilchrist and Chalobah on for Disasi and Malo Gusto. It was just a weird scenario when you're 3-2 down, having been 2-0 up, to then go and make a very heavily defensive substitution was strange. But the point I'm trying to make is Pochettino, much like the players, needs to take this in an upward trajectory. Use this as a lifeline. You've got so much potential now to go into a game against an absolute dog shit Sheffield United side, to go up an Everton side that aren't really in the. I haven't really done too much research on them right now, but it's still Everton. It's still Everton, and you know we've been all right against them recently. So those 2 games, forget about Man City for now, but those 2 games in the league, going into the European contention, which again, I never thought we would be in. I just don't get how the players couldn't possibly take the momentum from that. The bridge was rocking. Yeah, I don't think we've seen it like that since, honestly, the game against Ajax, if I'm not mistaken. There's obviously been other games since then, but that one in particular was just so reminiscent of that game. To take that, bottle it, don't bottle it, but bottle that emotion up, take it to Bramall Lane and just, please, don't do what we've done so many times this season and last season and do one really, really good thing, take a really good result and then fuck it up the wall by losing or dropping points against this Sheffield United side who haven't won in God knows how long. They haven't won in the last 6. They've won 3 in their last 30 games at home or something like that in the Premier League. It's outrageous. We can't. And the only reason I stress this is because we have done it so many times before. That's all I'm asking. I'm obviously very nervous going into this game. I'm more nervous going into this game than I was the Man United game. Predictions-wise, however, I am projecting neither confidence nor a lack thereof. I'm not taking either side. In the past, when I've been overwhelmingly confident, it has bitten me on the arse on several occasions, as many of you have seen and witnessed week after week. That said, the facts don't lie. Sheffield United, with just 3 wins in the last 30 in the league, winless at home in the last 6, as I've just said. It's a must win as it gets both in terms of the league and for our own people, our own pride. Our own pride is at stake here. It really is. It's a must win as it gets. It doesn't get much more must win in the terms of the league and for our own pride is what I was trying to say. Despite this, we cannot keep a clean sheet to save our lives. So I'm going for a 3-1 Chelsea win. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. I really don't think that is crazy. We've been scoring 3 goals for fun every single game lately. Yeah, and we concede. So I think 3-1 is absolutely a possibility. Each game now increasingly important in our pursuit for Europe. Anything but a win in this game, anything but a win in this game would prove detrimental to the outcome of our season from here on out.